Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Friday morning. It's now the 25th day of July, 2025. And this is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office. And as I look out the window, clear skies here, but as I look down on the horizon, there is a bit of marine layer out there, and we have more of an onshore breeze again this morning. So it's another comfortable morning. It's going to be another nice day. Now, before we get into what's going to happen today and for the weekend, I'm going to turn the clock back to what happened last night. And to be honest, I'm a little groggy this morning. Stayed up late last night, first chasing lightning and photographing some lightning. And then when I got home, I had another cell go by to the north. And I sat on the back porch and watched it go by. But yeah, a little groggy this morning. So let's go back to late last night. So this is the radar. Going back, covering the time between about 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, and around a little after midnight. And just as the models had shown, especially the NAM-NEST, the high-resolution NAM, did a really good job with showing some of this convection in the valley, and then this next round that came over El Dorado County, Placer County. And if you look at the video from yesterday, and I showed where this might be, if you want to get picky, it might be just a little bit north. I think it showed a little bit more into Sacramento County. But boy, it pinpointed areas like Auburn and Newcastle that we're going to see that. I'm sure Placerville and Georgetown had a great show from all of this going on by. This morning, everything is nice and quiet, but boy, last night for a while, it certainly was active. And I can show you I managed to get it's the best lightning shot that I've ever got. Not that I've shot a lot of lightning. We have somewhat limited opportunities here in California. But yeah, I shot this in Olivehurst. This is off of Earl Road. I found a dirt road and an empty field and was out there for about a half an hour shooting some of these lightning strikes. And this was the clearest one, and it happened to be right in the middle of my frame. And as a photographer, I'm super happy with this. So yeah, it was a spectacular night. I'm sure a lot of you were seeing it, hearing it. And for those of you that don't like thunder and lightning, I'm sure it was a rather unsettling night. And one of the concerns here when we get, not that, come on, go over here. One of the concerns we have on a night like that is fires. And so for that, let's go over to watch duty. And there was a fire that popped up last night. It may have been started by lightning. It's called the Sliger Fire. They do have this under control now. And during the day today, I showed you that all of this area had lightning. We had lightning here, and we had a lot of lightning yesterday in Plumas County and farther to the north. Right now, there are no new fires showing here. However, we did have lightning, but some of them were actually producing some pretty nice rain. Some of those cells were producing some nice rain in the higher elevations. So maybe we won't get any new starts. But just because we don't have anything showing in here right now doesn't mean that there isn't something smoldering right now that may pop up later on today. So that's one of the things that I think that CAL FIRE will be monitoring the cameras all day. The lookout towers will be looking for any wisps of smoke that'll be coming up, and they'll be quite on the alert to see if anything starts to pop up as a result of a lightning strike from last night. But a couple of things working in our favor. We again had a little bit of rain from that, but also we've had this nice stretch of cooler than average weather. So cooler temperatures means higher humidity, so things aren't quite as crisp out there as you might expect. But still, I think they will be watching to see if we get anything that developed as a result of some of the lightning from last night. Another view of that, and this is from the GOES image last night, and this is their lightning product, and you can see how the GOES image was showing that lightning. That's that cell that went across El Dorado and Placer counties. You see how everything kind of dissipates once it gets down onto the valley floor. But man, what a spectacular night last night was for lightning in Northern California. So this morning, well, we are seeing another nice morning. Here is the marine layer that I can spot out the window from the home weather office. So if you're waking up to a little bit of a low overcast, that is it. Otherwise, we have these clouds are indicative of some of that mid-level moisture. That moisture that's up around 8 to 10,000 feet, 12,000 feet in that range. And with that, we are likely going to see thunderstorms develop again this afternoon, but they're going to be in a different location. Let's show you the two different models that are really good at showing this. So we'll show you the NAM-NEST since it was the winner yesterday. This is this afternoon around 4 o'clock. Once again, areas like Portola, Whitehawk, up toward Quincy, and farther to the north into Lassen County, we'll see some of the activity. Tahoe, certainly, Topaz Lake, and down toward Bodie, as well as this area that may sneak down into the northern Mendocino County area. But nothing in the valley. The flow is changing, so you won't get anything down onto the valley floor today or tonight. This is tonight around 9 o'clock, and this is the more familiar pattern with everything dissipating as we get into the nighttime hours. This is around midnight or so. So nice quiet night tonight. Then during the day on Saturday, we don't see the activity here on the Coast Range. We see the activity more on the east side of the Sierra. So for those of you on the eastern side of the Sierra in areas like Carson City, Dayton Valley, you may be seeing more of those afternoon thunderstorms once again and the gusty outflows that go with it. All of that dissipates, and then we'll do Sunday. And Sunday, there's even less activity, and once again, it should be confined to the east side of the Sierra. That's the way the NAM shows it. HRRR is similar, showing the activity this afternoon. So yeah, I would say Lassen County and Plumas County, but yeah, not quite down into Butte County. I would put Tahoe into play once again this afternoon, as well as that same area that may sneak down into the northern part of Mendocino County. That dissipates tonight, and then during the day tomorrow, this is Saturday, the activity is a little bit more on the eastern side of the Sierra. So an area like Portola may be out of this, and it may be closer to the state line. And for those of you in Portola and Gray Eagle that are going to be there. Otherwise, the overall pattern still looks like it's going to be very comfortable for the rest of this month. Well, you may see between now and the end of the month, we may see some highs that are around 90 or 91, but you know, we are just going through the traditionally the hottest part of the year with temperatures that are below average, and not just for a day or two. I mean, we've been consistently cooler than average, so we have a comfortable weekend coming up. We'll keep an eye on the thunderstorms and what that might do in terms of, you know, whether or not we're going to get any more fire starts and that sort of thing. But otherwise, for those of you in the foothills, for those of you in the valley, and for those of you on the coast, it's going to continue to be relatively mild, cool, and comfortable. And yeah, every day that ticks by here is a day that gets us closer to fall. And you know, we're just we've only seen 4 days over 100 so far this year, so we're doing really good. And I saw somebody post on X earlier today that today is 5 months till Christmas. So so that gives you an idea. We're on the other side. We're getting closer to cooler weather. So enjoy the mild weather while we have it. You know we're going to get some heat before it's all said and done. But every day that goes by now, the days are getting shorter, and every day gets closer to fall. That's everything I have for you in this Friday morning. Make it a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll talk with you later.